Hi everyone, how's it going? It's Ace here, or Hawkey, whatever really works for you, and today we are going to be talking about the Xbox One mic, how I believe it breaks, and what you can do to fix the problem if it does happen. So we all know that the Xbox One mic is very different from the 360. To put it simply, you can't have chat and game audio at the same time. If you have a gaming headset, unfortunately for you, you can't have game and audio on both coming through to your headset. You have to have one or the other. That's why the Xbox One headset that comes with the console is very important. You can only use that or the Kinect to talk over Xbox One. And the simplest way to explain this problem and why it happens is because the actual plug-in on the bottom of the controller is very different to what it is on the 360. On the Xbox One version, it's more of a USB sort of plug, whereas on the 360, it's a sort of circular sort of plug. So that's why, because of this difference in plugs, you can't have chat and game audio at the same time. And the simplest way I can explain to you guys, that's just it. Now, I'm going to explain to you guys what happened to me and how I believe my two Xbox One mics broke. Now, this happened to me on two occasions. Now, what happened is I muted the Xbox One mic, then I turned off the console, and then I turned it back on like at a later time and decided to start playing again. But then when I plugged the mic in, nothing happened at all. It was completely unresponsive, and this happened twice. It was as if the mic was plugged in when it wasn't. It was not muted, there was no response from the mic whatsoever. It was as if it wasn't plugged in when it quite simply was plugged in. So, I was talking to Microsoft support the other day, and they told me that they hadn't had any series of problems or like a bunch of people coming up to them with similar problems to mine, and that leads me to believe that this isn't going to be in every single version of the mic, okay? It isn't like the Xbox One console. Some of them were chewing up discs. It isn't going to be in every single one of them, and a simple way to fix this is that you have to go onto the Microsoft support page. I've put a link down in the description which will take you guys exactly to the page you'll be after. It'll take you to headsets and accessories, so that way you can just scroll down, click on the talk to support member, and then you can talk to a support person, explain the problem, make sure you go in depth, and they can help you out along the way. And then if that doesn't work, what happened for me was they gave me a special code that allowed me to go back to the supplier who gave me the actual Xbox One mic. Basically, what happened is I talked to them, explained the problem, then they gave me a code. I go back to the person I bought the actual console from. I showed them the receipt to prove that I bought the actual console. That you have to take that with you, and I showed them that code, and I was refunded two Xbox One mics because that problem happened to me twice. That's why I got two mics back. So that's all hunky dory. I was perfectly happy. Microsoft was happy. They had a satisfied customer. So to summarize this story, it's quite simple. Some of the mics, not every single one of them, might have the problem that if you mute them, then turn off the console, they will not work. And to solve this problem, it's quite simple. Go to the link in the description that I've put down, where you can go on to Microsoft support, which is accessories and headsets. I've already clicked through a bunch of links for you guys, so that's all hunky dory. And then all you have to do is talk to a support person, explain the problem, and then hopefully, like me, you can get a lucky, nice new code, and then you can take that code with the receipt that you got when you bought your console, because you have to prove that you bought that console and this mic is yours. Then you take in that old mic, like I did pretty boganly, like with just that little plastic bag. It looks so dodgy. But anyway, you bring back those mics with a code and the receipt, then in return you get a nice new mic and you keep that receipt. You don't want to lose that. So guys, my tip for the day is that you save those receipts that you get from buying expensive things like consoles or a bunch of special editions for new games, because in case some of those games or consoles don't work exactly the way that they're supposed to, you can just give that receipt back. You can get a completely new version for it for free, but make sure that you give your old version of it back that doesn't work. So I do hope that all of you enjoyed this video, every single second of it, because I certainly did. I like doing these sorts of news and informative things because I like telling people about things that they may or may not know. I didn't want to seem as if I was dogging out Microsoft on this video, because I certainly am not. They are being very supportive, and if you have a legitimate problem and you explain yourself well, they will be perfectly happy to help you out every step of the way and give you whatever form of assistance they can. And just if they can't give you a solution to the problem right away, they will do really awesome things, and they will give you codes and stuff like that, so you can replace your bad stuff with good stuff, and everyone ends up with a nice big smiley face. So once again, I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, then don't be afraid to mash that like button. Just absolutely beat the living crap out of it to give me that feedback. Let me know what you thought about this video. A comment and a subscription is also much appreciated. I'm Hawkey, and I'm out.